Hi everyone, today's lead code daily challenge is build an array with stack operations. This is a medium level question. Although it is medium given here, but once we understand the question, it is super easy to solve. And now let's move on to the question. We have been given an array named as target and an integer named as n. Now we have also been given an empty stack on which we can perform two operations named push and pop. So using push we will be able to add an integer on the top of the stack, and using pop we will be able to remove the topmost integer from the stack. And this target array will be varying from 1 to n. It will have values which will be varying from 1 to n. N will be the integer provided in the question. Also, now using the two operations which we have been provided, we have some rules which we have to follow. Like if the stream of the integers, that is the target array, is not empty or the stack is not empty, then we can push the values on the top of the stack. And if the stack is not empty, then we can pop the integer from the top of the stack. Also, if the required array has already been completed, like we have the target arrays 1 and 3, and the output has already been achieved, then we will not move any forward. Okay, we will be stopping there only and we will not perform any more operations. And the operations which we have got as an output, we will be returning it as an answer. Now let's see an example. The example we have here is 1 and 3 and n is given as 3. So 1 and 3 and n is equals to 3. So basically our index value will be varying from 0 to 2 here, but the value here we have is 3, right? So what we have to do now is we will see that this array could also have contained 1 2 3, right? The most probable array could have been this. So we see that we have to remove this 2 from here, right? So what we are doing here is we are pushing 1. After that, for removing any value, first we are pushing that value, like we are pushing 2 and then popping it out. Okay, now we'll see for 3. 3 is there, so we will be pushing it. So the output array which we will get is, if we are naming it as an operation, so the output array we get is push, push, pop, push. So basically what we are seeing is, if we are having a loop from 1 to n, okay, now for every index we will check that if, like, we are varying means iterating from 1 to n, like if we have here 1, then it will be iterating one time. Now here we have 3, right? So if we will be checking for like index at 3 for this question, we have 0 and 1 here, right? 0 and 1 here. And if we had this array also, then it will have been 1 2 and 0 1 and 2, right? So if we have to check in an array, then we will be starting the index value from 0, right? Now we have an iterator, we have a loop which will be iterating from 1 to n, and we know that there will be an index which will start from 0. Okay, now what we will do is we will check if I is equals to the value in the target array. So if we have target here, as 1 and 3. So we will check here if it is equal to target at index. If this is true, now what we have to do, we will be adding, if operations is the array, then we will be adding operations dot append push. Also with this we will be increasing the index value at 1 by 1. Now if the target value is not equals to I, like we have 1, okay, 1 is correct. Now we have 2 here, right? In the target arrays 2 is not there. So what we have to do is else operations dot append push and operations dot append pop. Okay, now we have 2 here, so we will be performing 2 operations on that, push and pop. So now this value will move, I value will move on to 3, but our index will be still at 3 only, right? Like 0 and 1, our index should be still at 1 only. So we will not be increasing the I index value, we will just be adding the values in the operations and we will move out of this else block. Now we'll see the code. Let's see the code now. So first we have to declare an index which will be starting from 0, and we will have a loop which will be starting from 1 and will go till n. Now what we will check is if target at index is equals I. If it is equals to I, then we have to declare here an operation array. We will be adding operation dot append push, and we will be increasing the index value by 1. Now if this is not the condition, then we will be adding 2 operations, push and pop, and we will be moving out because we can't increase the index by 1. Now we will be returning operation array. Let's run it. List index. Okay, we will also check here that if index is less than length of target, so that we don't go out of index or out of range of the length of the target array. We will run it again now. Now we will try to submit it. So this has been accepted. That's it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, please share it with your friends and subscribe to the channel.